All right. I'm here. What's up, everybody? I am so fucking sorry. As soon as I hit go, the little missus called me. And I thought maybe there'd be an issue going on, but no. But that's all right. What's up, creepers? And Geekers Chris, Zelda Retro Creep. How's everyone doing today? Let's see, Television Gamer. What's going on, Alan? Little Jamie McJamerson here to get us started. Again, no agenda. I'm just going to be home by myself for a couple of hours, and I said, what better way to spend it than with a bunch of you rad motherfuckers? You know what? Let me open this up on my other account. That's how you get famous in this world. You lie to the algorithm. What the fuck am I doing here? Switch the accounts over to the Creepy Crawl. 920 subscribers over there? Get the fuck out of here with all that, huh? Alright, well, I gotta hit the like button. Let me hit the like button. There we go. How is everyone doing this fine Saturday evening? It is 7:46 Eastern Standard Time. And I got nothing for you. Actually, I thought about just bringing out a bunch of random just shit and calling it the Creep Variety Special and just like randomly put things in front of your face, almost like what Ashens does, but with no rhyme or reason to any of it. Alas, I chose against that because of laziness, primarily. Did I show you guys the spider housing thing I got? I entered a giveaway over on my Reptile Haunts TikTok account. We're almost getting ready to mold up that fucking skull mount. I'm so excited. I've been kind of lazy the past 4 or 5 days. I haven't even touched it. I decided to walk away from it for a few minutes. Not for any other reason than, I was actually going to work on it tonight, and maybe I will after we're done here. But over there, I got a notification from an account I follow called the Creep Inn, as in like, a place to go sleep. I'm going to go to the Hotel Inn, whatever the fuck. I'm called the Creep Inn family. They are spider breeders. I think I did tell you guys this yesterday. And the people who actually supplied the prize was a company called Spider People. And what they do is they either manufacture or have manufactured appropriate containers for you to house pet spiders, of any variety. Before, apparently, what they used to do is go to IKEA and get these, transparent containers, but they would always have a pop top, and some spiders like to put their nests on the top, and you got to drill your own holes, and if you don't do that right, the whole thing shatters and shit. But there are companies out there actually making these things now for folks who want to keep spiders. And if you remember a while back, we had Renfield, and I have a stuffy of I should have pulled him out. Of a jumping spider with the big cute eyes and all that our friend Stacy Kramer sent over to me. I guess in memoriam of Renfield. Let's see. Television Game says already worked. Did the Costco run. Went to the bank. Found some stuff in the shop. I'm getting ready for an RC race. Nice, dude. With your kid? That's awesome. I used to love RC cars. I always wanted this one called the Turbo Ultima. My buddy had the Fox, and he had something like that. It wasn't called the Frog, but it was something like that. And his brother had the Grasshopper. But I always wanted this one that was called the Turbo Ultima. I don't know why. But I'd get the catalog of the remote control stuff. That's awesome, man. That's fantastic. Now I'm organizing the game room some. Aren't we always? Creepin' Family. Absolutely, Alan. Do you know who they are? Or in the Is It In? That old joke. We're gonna go spend the night at the Is It Inn. But the getting back to it, the giveaway, it was like post a picture of your best spider, share this and tag fucking whoever and all that stuff. I didn't really have a spider to share. So I have this mech spider I'm making that has like a zombie monster sticking out of it. I'll get it if you really want to see it. It's obnoxious where it is, but not too obnoxious where I couldn't get up if requested. But it's basically zombie Stone Cold Steve Austin sticking out of a giant spider thing with skeletal legs, and it's got guns in the front, and I'm not done with it yet. Mech pieces on the bulbous end of the creature. So I posted a picture of that saying, I don't have a real spider, but does this count? I forgot all about my stuffy back here. I wish I'd used him. But regardless, I entered, and only 4 people entered. It was like 1 in fucking 4, so I won. And if you weren't here yesterday for it, this is what I got yesterday. I'm super excited. When the spring hits, me and one of the girls are going to go out there and actually get a jumping spider. I'm not going to pay for a spider. The other option is there's this one called the Hellfire Widow or something like that. It's a black widow basically, but it has orange stripes on its bum instead of the red mark on its belly. And no, they're not as dangerous as you're led to believe that they are. The venom that they have is no joke. But I think the last person recorded to have died from it was like in 83. So keeping a black widow is not a big deal. And they're all over the country. There's like 5 or 6 or 8 or 12 or 11 different breeds of them. But if you're curious and you can pause and scan that, that's who sent this out. They also sell mainly tarantulas and stuff, but that's what the Creep In people also do. They're arachnids and tarantula and I guess any invertebrate kind of thing. And it's got little spider web holes. Can you see that? There you go. You can kind of see it now. They got it on the top, and the doors they just slide. They slide inside this nice little groove, and there's a magnet, actually 3 of them in a line, holding the door. You got a door on this side. You got a door on this side. You got one up here. How do you get this one off? So, depending on what kind of spider you have, like if you have a jumping spider, you don't want to be doing this because they love to make their... In fact, I bet you they'd make their nest right here underneath this. They just make like a little pocket, tight little pocket for themselves. But I'm genuinely excited about this. This is going to be fun. So, there you go. So, a long time ago, in a fucking live stream or video far, far away, there was talks of doing kind of like what Intellivision Gamer does. Frog is popular. Turbo Ultra was the 90s, I remember. Yes, yeah, it was probably the late 80s, closer to the late 80s, early 90s. I would have been probably junior high age, so yeah. Late 80s, early 90s, like from 88 to 91-ish. But yeah, my buddy had the fox and he had the frog. And the other one had one called the grasshopper, which I always thought looked weird, but... But there was talks back in the day, and I might try to resurrect this, to doing something very similar to what like Casey here, the Intellivision Gamer, does. Chuck, Papa Pete, they got that StreamYard or SteamYard or whatever the fuck it's called, and they have multiple people on. But instead of it being like just like a playing games with somebody or whatever, just literally making it like a little variety talk show kind of a situation. Not like they're not going to perform or anything. And the subjects can be anything. Anything that they would like to talk about, or if it's like someone very specific, like say if Casey came on one night, obviously I would bring up some of the more rare items he has, in his collection. But, it would be just like a generalized, maybe get to know you kind of thing. Not really tailored to that. Like, I'm not trying to be like, hey, introduce you to the intelligent. No, fuck that. That's your fucking job with you guys' channels. But, just having a discussion, an old school talk show, Not necessarily Johnny Carson or anything like that, but to that same effect. And if a game pops up, a game pops up. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. If there's a product to talk about, of course I won't shy away from shit like that. But we were going to call it the Creeps Show. Like Creep Show, but put an S in between the two. I don't remember who brought that idea to my attention. And it's been a while. It's probably like 3 or 4 years now. 2, 3, 4 years. I'm thinking about resurrecting that idea. So if anyone's watching and you want to be one of the first few guests, should I do this? I have to learn how to use a SteamYard thing. I've never used it. It just seems fucking more complicated than it's worth for a knucklehead like me. But I'll look into it. I'm not going to buy a subscription to it, so you'll see the little duck in the corner. Unless, of course, it becomes something that, regularly happens. And I would like to make it at least one a month, and make it a live stream, obviously. And just shoot the shit. That's basically all it really will be. It'll start off with introducing, of course, whom will be on. I'll be like, hi, this is Douchebag McGee, and he likes to juggle elephant penises while they're on fire. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, you sick fuck. Something like that. Maybe I'll pick on you a little bit. You can pick on me. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that would be really fun to do. I originally thought about doing it like that. You know that dude from The Hangover, the dumb guy? What is his name? Oh my God. But he has that little talk show thing he does, but he asks like offensive questions and shit like that. I actually thought about doing that, reaching out to someone and then kind of preparing it over the week. Just sending them stuff like, these are the questions I'm going to ask just to be a dickhead, but don't, that kind of a thing. But, nah. That would be fucking funny, though. That would be funny. Especially if you guys would let me have no holds barred without any, any room for confusion of where my respects lie. But honestly, if there's anyone, I don't even know if anyone's even fucking in here watching. It says there are 3 people, so that means 2 of you are in here. It's probably an Intellivision gamer still, and Alan. Might as well talk about Alzheimer's. You can always use that. The link down below. Never super chat. Never send it to my direct PayPal. Always use the link down below. It brings you right to the Alzheimer's Association. And we are at, actually, I haven't checked it today. For all I know, we could have received another donation at some point today. Give me a moment to log in and look at my page. It says I can view my page. View my page. Nope, we're still at the $170 right now, which is fucking amazing for something so soon and so early. But we need to jump that up to at least 500 before March is over, or I will. I don't know. I will find a way to get things to crawl between your toes while you're trying to sleep. I will do something diabolical like that. But speaking of that, I was in contact with one of you, which I won't say whom, unless once things start kicking in. They're like, yeah, no, go ahead. You can use my name. But they are sending me an incentive prize that I'm going to use for the grand finale. Everybody who donates that wants to be in will be in this, even if you win a small one in between. And that's how I do mine. When I do the official, I'll always put my rules. Please just remember I'm just a knucklehead trying to give things away as people donate, so don't take it fucking too seriously, right? Oh, why is that guy and this and that and fraud? And it's just like, no, I'm just trying to give things away to people. trying to do something nice for people doing nice stuff to me. So nothing nefarious will ever be going on, but there is a prize coming in that if it wasn't sealed, I would love to have fucked around with it for a little while just for shits and giggles. But it's pretty interesting. It's something that we've brought up a few times on the channel, but never really gave it much gravitas, if that's the word for it. And I'm really excited. We'll do an unboxing. We'll do an unboxing of it. And, yeah, I'm really excited. And I'm blown away by the generosity of this individual. I mean, every year I get blown away by the generosity that comes out. You know, whether it's in donation, numbers, or some years people just unload a bunch of stuff on me and I just give it away, like one a week, maybe even more than that, And there are some years I have a couple of things here and there, but like one year we gave away a customized, fight stick that had USB and PlayStation 2 controls, plugs. Excuse me, I got an air pocket in here. What the fuck? One year we gave away an Atari VCS. It was sent to me to paint in this Hot Rod Community Purple, I don't know what happened. I even put it on my own. It might not be here anymore because it doesn't work. But an Xbox One controller that I was redoing the shell, I might have that shell available if anyone just wants it. The controller itself is junk. But the shell parts pop off. I can buff them out, make it look a lot nicer. But regardless, that didn't work out too well. But the person was genuinely happy with it, according to their reports anyway. They couldn't just be like, that fucking thing looks like shit. We've given away a couple of controllers from Retro Game Boys the first couple of years that we knew each other. God, it's always amazing what you guys come up with. But this year's grand prize, as of now, anyway. I mean, for all I know, someone could give me a Ferrari to give away. Joking, of course, but you know what I'm saying. Then we're going to have 2 grand prizes. And I can't wait. I can't wait to get it fucking going because I'm really excited this year. I've been reaching out to local restaurants to do that little thing like they do with the high schools and the sports teams where they'll block off like 2 hours of sales to donate a percentage of what happens during those 2 hours to your cause. So I got a couple of restaurants I've reached out to. So this year I'm doing my footwork anyway. I would like to do the kickoff video at my father's grave in the lake that he's buried at, but I don't know if I could even get to his grave. There's probably like 2 feet of snow at minimum. Still on the grassy part. I don't think they clean up the grassy parts of the cemetery, but type of night it's going to be. Turbo Ultima. I have a ton of RC stuff from the early '90s and a lot of modern stuff. That's awesome, dude. Every time you come into one of my fucking streams, I learn something new about you. That's what I like about dudes like you. You stick to your thing, and then every now and again there's a conversation that comes up, and you're just like, I feel enriched by knowing more about this individual's life. And I know that may have sounded sarcastic, but I'm just trying to be entertaining, too, All I'm doing is sitting here with a guitar talking. I'm not playing video games or showing off toys or, dancing like a monkey. So, I'm here. Mediocre clarinet player. How is it going with you as well? It's going pretty rad, man. It's going pretty rad. Everyone's gone for a couple hours. I mean, the older of the two, and I say that they're twins by 20 minutes, right? But I'll just say the taller of the two, and I mean that's true also. Could be home at any moment, but they had a theater competition thing today. She had to be up like 5 in the fucking morning to get to the school and get the buses all loaded up, and I guess they went like 2 hours away. I don't even know where they went. But it wasn't anything that was really open to. Plus, we had another thing going on today. Pretty busy day with the girls, but then it was after, it was kind of like a real quick kind of afterthought production with the other daughter playing her flute, which I'm going to be seeing her play Wednesday and a couple of times next week too. So I chose not to go to this one only because I had a few things I needed to get going, and I wanted to do this too since everyone was going to be away and all that stuff. So I had a couple hours to just fuck around, and I literally just reused whatever the last stream had on it. I think it was about the same thing, right? Yesterday? It started sounding like a fucking Andy LaRoque thing. Yep. Let me turn that down a little. That didn't help at all. Oh, I was going to try to play the beginning of, it's from Abigail. Actually, I think it's that interlude before the song Abigail. That's the arrival. 18 is 9! I don't know how to play that song. I'm over here just pretending I know how to play it. You should listen to the power metal band called Power Glove. You've brought them up in the past, I'm pretty sure. And one of two things happened. I either forgot about it, because I didn't write it down, or I saw it and was like, cool. It moved on. Either way, because I can't remember, I'll still benefit from it. Turn that down. I'll be honest with you, I'm fucking tired today. But I don't know. I just wanted to come on and hang out for a little bit. See how many we got in here. Same three. Trying to think of other things to yap at you about. I really don't have much. I was actually kind of hoping you guys would be asking questions like, what's your favorite color of fashion wear in the kitchen? You know, that kind of a thing. Like an apron. My favorite apron. What's your favorite, Spatula City custom? I don't know. I can't think of anything tonight. Normally, almost pseudo more entertaining. Oh, the lady just messaged me again. Oh, okay. Apparently she's going back on. My bad. There was a live stream of my daughter playing at that thing that she was at. I just took a whole bunch of pictures from here. I was like, doo, doo, doo. It's funny. When she does her dance competitions, which she did yesterday, they live stream those too, depending on the dance company that's doing the competition. I never understood how that works. It's like, they go to get a trophy from who? It could just be some fucking guy, a couple of women with a laptop, and then all these fucking schools show up, and then they just like, high gold, high silver, high ho, And I'm over here thinking these would be fucking wonderful if we knew who these fucking people were that were giving them the awards, because I don't know if they're credible or, I'm just fucking around. They're high school kids, but normally what I can do is I can use OBS to record the live stream. I just bring up the thing, I put it on here, and I record it, and I save it. Last night they got me. No sound. They got me. I should see. You know what I should do? I should live stream it here. Hold on. Let me see if they're still going on here. Let me bring it up. Let me turn the volume down just in case. Oh yeah, there they are. Oh no, that's the other crew. That's the other crew. Okay, you know what? Let me turn the sound off. We might just live stream this. You want to watch my daughter play the flute with a whole bunch of other people from all over the... What it was is some of the kids from the bands were allowed to go to this. I guess it was like an all-day clinic thing where they played with a college band and and all kinds of stuff like that. So, and they worked on a piece throughout the day. I don't know if the ones that they played earlier that I got to see were pre-planned or if they learned them today. But either way, it was really wonderful. It really was. But, oh, where are they? Okay. Never mind, they're not going yet, so I'm going to leave this going like that. Hopefully it doesn't fuck with our stream. Because I can see it struggling for fucking bandwidth or whatever it is. But, let's just... Give me a heads up. There will be a small break between pieces. Hopefully she'll let me know. But browser. I'll worry about the browser afterwards. We're gonna make YouTube history here, kids. Hold on. I'm getting an answer from the boss. You know I'm streaming here, lady. I stabbed my fucking index finger yesterday, and it hurts to play. American Salute is basically the ants go marching but one by one. I know what that is. Yeah. Yeah, I laughed my ass off. Okay. All right, going back to my stream. Let me know when she's about to come on, because we're all going to watch. So is there anything going on in the gaming world right now that we should talk about? I mean, I know people are dropping like flies as far as like stars and shit from when we were kids. I heard that, and I don't know if it was one of those fake clickbait sites, but the dude who voices Optimus Prime beat stage 4 cancer, I think it said. And if that's the case, man, good for you, dude. What a fucking... He's still battling. Battling the biological Decepticons. He seems like one of those really nice guys. It was the one I'm thinking of. The one that was on the Toys That Made Us. With the mustache. He told the story about he based some of the voice off of his brother. I think everyone is playing Resident Evil Requiem. Oh... I don't want to play that. That's scary. I don't like scary. But he seems like just one of those really just genuinely nice guys. He reminded me of Willie of Arcade USA. You know, Willie is just a genuinely nice guy. We've talked many a times. Many a times, you know. It's been a little while. I should reach out to him. It's been a little while since we've said hi, but him and I used to talk regularly. Really nice guy. Love his pugs. His pugs are awesome. I'm a big fan of pugs. So, but either way. Okay, what's going on? Oh, she just sent me a video. Okay, I'm streaming. Hold on. You guys want to yell at her? You want to yell at her? Gee whiz, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Alright, I'm going to leave that right there. Alright, what we got here? We got GR1 Mitt Cat. What am I supposed to see that? I'll just say Grr. What's up, Grr? Grr1. Thanks for popping in. Hello there. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. Is anyone super excited about that new Castlevania? The more I watch it, the more I'm like, I would like to play it, but I don't know. It has a kind of an animation style that I just really can't get down with anymore. I don't know why. Like, it looks like something pretending to be 16-bit, you know? Holy what? Holy, holy, holy. Yeah, it's one of those fucking nights. It's one of those nights. Megantron. What's going on? Oh, that I like that. I like that. If I had a radio show, I would be like that. Megantron. What's going on? That's awesome. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Recently played Castlevania Bloodlines. Right on. Fantastic game. Really fantastic game. We just recently played the original Castlevania, made for the Sega Master System. Maybe I should have pulled that up. Next time. Next time. If I stream Monday, we'll do Master System Monday. Maybe we'll play it again. And try not to get into one of those fucking death loops. Oh, hold on. The performance might be coming. Are you ready for this riveting performance? I'm probably not going to have the sound up too loud. Simply because, I don't know. I'm not trying to copyright shit here. I hate it when the text bar comes up and then it just disappears. It's like, spit it out. 3,009 steps to the bathroom. I don't understand what that means. Get the fuck out of here. Not much. Saw that you were live. Thought I'd stop in. Hope all is well. All is well. Nobody was home, so I figured I'd just pop in here. In fact, this is one of those streams where I might not even keep it up. Nothing of note is happening except for me going, what do I do next? Oh my God. What'd you think of Bloodlines, mediocre clarinet player? I guess, one, did you enjoy the game overall, and how do you compare it to, say, some of your other favorites in the series? I put it right in the middle. I haven't played all the Castlevania games, and to be quite frank with you, I've only really played extensively 1, 3, 4, and Symphony of the Night. Bloodlines somewhere there in the middle, because I love me my Sega Genesis. My Sega Genesis. I don't know why I say it like that. Almost every stream I find a way to say it like that. At least once. Sega my Genesis. But, hey, GR1, are you still in here? I want to know what Holy is. I remember the first time I played Bloodlines. My buddy brought it over. I went to his house, and he said, I know you like Castlevania 4 and all that stuff, but play this one. Just try to pretend it's not Castlevania. So that's a fucking weird way to introduce a Castlevania game. And I don't know if I agree with him on that aspect, but yeah, he was kind of right. Bloodlines has some of the best music of all the Castlevania games. It really does, and you know what? It's because of that Sega Genesis. It's my favorite of the franchise. Second would be Super Castlevania 4. Holy shit! I was not prepared for that kind of an answer. Is it commonly some people's favorites? I know 4 usually is. 1 can be, and of course, Symphony of the Night is usually the I guess the gold standard. That's how I would feel. In fact, Symphony of the Night and Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen were the 2 games that made me, give in and buy a CD-based console. My buddy was playing Super Castlevania 4. I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? And he told me, and I was just like, what? It's like fucking Metroid, but with vampires. This is awesome. So I went down to Hunt's Video and Drugs, and I got me my PlayStation Uno. Oh, it was just called the PlayStation back then, but Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night are usually the favorites. Yeah, I agree. That's how I would go. Megantron says it's their favorite as well. That is wonderful to hear. Maybe I'll do a little thing about getting through that game. Have I beat that? I probably have. I would have to have beaten that game at least a couple times anyway. I don't know. It's definitely a game I would have absolutely have played a lot of. Can't imagine I wouldn't have beaten it. God, now I'm fucking wondering. Jesus Christ, excuse me, Lord. I know I have the original. No, 3. I don't know if... No, 4. I've beaten 4 quite a bit. Symphony of the Night. God, yeah, I've finished that a number of times. I can't remember if I've done Bloodline to the end. I gotta remember how to play Bloody Tears. I used to play that all the time. As a matter of fact, this girl I was dating out in Arizona named Kay, her fucking dog, she's like, will you stop playing that? Whenever she come in, I go, doo-doo-doo. I'm trying to... See, I'm over here in the pentatonic blues scale trying to play that. I don't think that's right. Oh, that's cool. Is there anything fucking moving behind me? Are you guys seeing some spooky shit happening here? Is that my fucking imagination? What the fuck? I saw something moving out of my... I probably did this. I probably did that. Alright, now it's bugging me. I have a feeling it's going to be like a weird pattern. Alright, so it's minor. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? That'll be one of my goals. We'll learn how to play that, and one of these streams, I will play it. We'll play it. Let me see if I can remember to do. Nope. That's... I don't know. I mean, would it shock me if somebody moved after all the horror movies I've seen? No. You know what? It really wouldn't bother me. I mean, At this point, fuck it. I might as well have a ghost. I have a video somewhere. I don't know if it's on this channel or on my other channel. And I can't find it on any of my old phones. But I can still find a picture of the number that called. But it was the most disturbing voice message I had ever fucking heard. It was like gurgling. It was like growling. And like this on top of all of it. Wicked creepy. In fact, I'll pull up the picture of the fucking number that it came from. I wish I still had that video. I must have deleted it by accident. Or maybe it was Ghost that deleted my thing. I use my phone a lot on this fucking stream shit now, huh? Hey, let me show you a picture. Fucking picture. Where is it? There we go. No joke. Let's see if I can make it so you can see the numbers. That was the fucking number that called me. 1, 2, 3 rows of fucking numbers. How crazy is that? And it was the most disturbing fucking voice message I had heard ever. So I made a quick little video about it. It was creepy. Oh, gee, Hugo. What's going on, buddy? Howard! Oh, I gotta leave the phone on so we know when the kid's gonna be streaming. We're gonna do an experiment in artificial stupidity. My daughter, she's playing at a college right now, doing her flute thing. And, that was me, my bad. Oh my God. Let me turn this down. Gee whiz. So we might be watching her play. I didn't realize there was going to be one more song that they were going to play with the other band. I don't know. I'm fucking stupid. I guess I'm a bad father. So if all goes well, I'm going to hear from the missus when that begins. And we may all watch it live together. Metal Creep! What's going on, my man? Everyone's saying hi to Howard and Hugo. Rip to... Yeah, huh? That's too bad. I was never able to really say that first name very well, but Ali I can say very well. What was it? I can't say it. I apologize. No disrespect intended. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Well, a few people saying hi to the few people that are in here. So, there's typing. There's typing. Are they getting ready to play? No. Stop typing then. Gee whiz. Gee whiz, woman. But, yeah. I didn't actually plan to do that, Howard. Again, I watched the performance earlier, and they played like 3 or 4, actually 4 really beautiful, 2 amazing pieces. And then just 2, whatever, they're just stuff that a band like that would play. With like trumpets and flutes and the violins and all the stuffs. And then I was telling my lady, okay, I'm gonna go stream now. And she comes on after I started streaming. She's like, she's going back on one more fucking time, I'm like, no, I didn't know. Actually, that sounds really good at that fucking pitch. Holy shit. Fuck. But, this whole thing was like a quick impromptu deal. They are all about to take the stage. Oh, and she made a friend, male. Well, I'll fucking kill him. Oh, he's from Georgetown. We're good. We're good. All right. Application deadline is tomorrow. No, we're not going there. We're not going there for college. She's going somewhere closer. At least on the comm app. And she's done a tour. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I guess maybe it was a thing to jump into the college. Okay, guys. Let me set up the fucking window and watch my kid. We'll watch my kid. All right. Let me tell it what I want you to see. All right. All righty then. Oh, it's already set up pretty well. Can you see my cursor in there at all? No, probably not. Probably not. Can you hear me? Why is it paused? Oh, you're experiencing troubles. Oh, what the fuck? Technology, you know what it is? It's probably because I'm trying to stream a stream. Oh, what a bummer. What a fucking bummer. That's lame. Can you at least hear it? There we go. There we go. We got it. Oh, it keeps freezing up. Damn it all. Why can't I do anything right? All right, let me look in the crowd and see if I can see where she is anyway. No clue. I'm going to guess she's going to be a little to the right and a little bit in the middle because she's a flautist. She does the flout thing. Oh, that's too bad. Motherfucker. All right, well. Yeah, that is a beautiful stage, isn't it? Let me come back in here. That's, oh, what a bummer. What a bummer. Okay, so she is not far from the stage. Let me go back in there. Oh, okay, so let me bring this image back up. Let me bring this image back up to you guys. I mean, you're not going to be able to see or hear it. I apologize. But if you look to the right, go all the way to the right and then come in 3 people. There's a kid with tan pants. He's wearing khakis, also known as khakis. She's right, I can see her elbow in front of where his nose is. So she would be sitting there if we could get this fucking thing to go. I'll take blurry. All right, I'm going to have to pull up my phone for the chat. Hopefully. Oh, did I miss the whole thing? Hold on 1 second. Let me jump in here. Have they even played yet? Maybe just had the buffer. Yeah. All right, I can see the. Wow, I got no volume on here either. What the hell? We're gonna let the sound fly. You know why? Because I'm that kind of guy. There we go. If it's too loud, let me know, guys. I have to crank it on this end. I bet you people coming in are going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? That's a fancy setup. It really is mediocre. Now, mediocre, do you actually play clarinet? Have I asked you? This could be kind of your jam, huh? I was being sacrificed, but yeah. No good what's going on there. Huh. How are you being sacrificed? What are we talking about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave it alone. That's pretty much why you got the reaction I got when I read that. I don't know if I want to. Sucks. That lady in the top right corner kind of looked like she could be sister with Adrian King. So, hey, what's going on, Bart? What's going on, man? Who here plays a skin flute? I play the male organ. Oh my God, I did saxophone and clarinet. I did trumpet for a number of years, believe it or not. I was actually really good at it. Hold on. There we go. You can see me now. Hi. So for anyone coming in and is confused, what happened is my daughter's at a college doing a tour, but she gets to play there too. And I'm turning the volume down. They're about to start getting loud, I think.
We had a good number of...
And I watched the first couple of shows, but I didn't realize she was going to be on again. She was going to be on again. So I promised that I would watch it, so here we are. Unfortunately, you can't see her. She's behind some guy with khaki pants. Where'd the khaki pants guy go?
And you saw some of my TAs floating around here. Jordan's still floating.
What the fuck? What happened to everybody, man?
Daniel again in percussion. And
Oh, unless that picture she sent me was from earlier.
so he was giving up his time.
Oh, you played the trombone? You played the trombone? Alright, I'm going to minimize everything so I can look in this crowd and see if I can't find... The whole reason we're watching this and not talking about cool things like RC cars and
If not, people are...
playing with games that have vampires in it. I played the tuba. Big surprise, I ended up playing bass guitar. That's awesome! That's awesome. You know what? This is what we're going to do. I'm going to...
Somewhere floating out there is Dave Jamrod, who is doing our live stream, and then our...
Haha, I'm stealing your live stream. How you like me now? How you like me now? Now, I did play any instruments. The name is from an episode of SpongeBob. I think we've talked about this already, haven't we? Have we not?
Cordelia is up here in the front. Cordelia takes care of...
All right, let's do this. Let's do this so it doesn't seem so jarring. I'll bring this over here, okay? Okay. And let me... Where's the laptop one? I'll put this over here.
Music librarian, Ellie Cooper, she's here. She did the...
I'll give this a little bit more. A little more size. Just to be fair about it. I was going to try to sneak in a video game in there too, but... Oh, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yeah. There we go. There we go. I think that's a sound business solution. You go. Did you go to band camp? You know what sucks is that my daughter went to band camp every year. But it wasn't like what you think. It wasn't like she shuffled off somewhere. It was at the high school. And it was the same kids that she does during the school year. But she is always with all this time at band camp. And we started laughing and we couldn't tell her for the longest time. Yeah, that was a fucking nice note, wasn't it? Megan, I sent you a video from a band that you could, okay, rock and roll. Bart, nice, I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it too, Bart. The fuck? That was weird. So I have the OBS window in the center, right? And I just have a small little window showing me what it's recording or what it's, relating to you guys. And behind it is a big screen of the band. And as it moved, the little one moved. It was like it's like vertigo. It's awesome. Hitchcock would be proud. Oh my God, with this guy. Just fucking play the music. We don't give a fuck. Just play the fucking music. I want to see my kid. Wait a minute, there's no fucking way there are 12 people in here. Do I still have 12 people watching me? Doing this? Fucking hey, you guys are soldiers. I really appreciate each and every one of you. About to start, just check your stream. Let's go. It's on now. All right, let me bring this back up. Now, mind you, there might be a small delay in the chat because I'm using this. because of, I'm in this window here. Maybe I could open up my live stream in a new tab or a new window altogether. Move tab to a new window. Nah, I'm good. I'll just keep watching the stream from here. Fuck you.
Here we are. This is Magnolia Star by Steve Gaines.
All right, here we go. You guys really want to hear this, or can I play along? Oh, there she is. Okay, yeah. If you look to the right, there's a dude with khaki pants. She's the little thing with the flute to her face right now. Yeah, that's the one. That's the kid. Yeah, let me make the OBS thing smaller. All right, guys, let me know how the sounds are. In fact, I'm going to turn it down just in case. Just in case. Play some Skinnerd. You know what? I was actually playing some Skinnerd earlier today. Oh, jeez, that's loud. God, don't be fucking copywritten. Oh my God, look at her go. Look at him go. Oh my God. It's pretty fun. I know the sounds keep going up and down. I'm trying to get it so you can kind of hear it, but not get your ears blasted. Oh man. Bassoon players are rare. They really are, actually. You're right. You're right. You're right. Oh, we almost got to see the kid. We almost got to see her. Don't get me started with Freebird. Right? Oh, man, I see her. I wish I could. Actually, I'm going to minimize OBS. I'm going to minimize OBS so I can see it. That's so cool. Yeah, isn't that wild? I mean, I had some things I needed to do today, so I didn't get to go to this, but, there she is. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to take a picture of my live stream. Take a screenshot of my live stream to show her that. Actually, I'm going to wait till it's a big, wide shot of her. Yeah, you know what? When I was growing up, I didn't really get much of the whole Freebird thing. Or I should say, when I was in bands, I didn't really get too much of the Freebird thing going on. I was in a band called Noise, that they would have us try to play. No, that's Mental Health. Come on, feel the noise. They would have us try to play that fucking song, but I don't know. Oh, get the fuck out of here, you pop-up looking thing. But, classical music composition and composers died 70 years, are public domain, and are free to use. I'm sure they are. I'm just, I don't know. Playing a rock band in Arkansas. Every show, knuckleheads yelling, "Play Freebird!" Play Freebird! Oh my, that young lady there looks pretty frightened. Oh, you can't see her because I'm blocking her. She looks pretty fucking frightened. Oh, no, it's about the music here. They did play this one piece earlier when it was just the kids playing. And it was, they call it a choo-choo blues song or something like that. It was basically a parent telling, "Hey, there's my kid." It's a really good shot of her. Right on, man. But I played along with it a little bit, and that's when I decided to stream because I had the guitar in my hand. But let's see. I like the slide version. Loud and metal sounding. Yeah. I don't know if I want to play any Rush. I always associate Rush with, like, Dungeons and Dragons and nerds and all that thing. And I like them, but they're like a smart, pretentious band. And I don't mean that by like nerds listen to them. But it just seemed like everyone who was a fucking complete nerd in my life loved Rush. And they all just happen to be into Dungeons and Dragons too. But there's a lot of really good Rush songs that I like to play. I don't know how loud that is, but yeah, Rush is a really good band. I just can't get into them. I would go home a crying. Why? Let's see, was it? What's worse? My band actually played it. It was on our set list. No shit. You know what? Fuck it, right? Fuck it. If you can't beat them, join them. I'm using this for the chat. I'm pretty sure I've said that a few times, but no, we usually just told people to fuck off. It's like, fuck you, we'll play what we want. We weren't a cover band anyway. People would ask, what happened? I'd be like, I was forced to play Freebird. Oh, poor Megatron. I'm sorry. I'm giving you a virtual hug right now, and I'm patting you on the back. It's okay. Let it out. Let it out. Rush got a new drummer, and they're adding a keyboard. Really? They're just... I don't... I mean, good for them. Let them tour, Let them continue to create music as a band. Wow, this is going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. Pert was not a man to fuck with. He was kind of a I don't want to use the word God behind the drum kit because I don't like calling anyone God, but he was extremely well versed in hitting things with sticks. And more importantly, he had kind of a flow to how he played. I don't want to say he had a rhythm because he was the fucking rhythm, right? But he had kind of this flow that's going to be hard for them to reproduce live, but right on. Good for them. Thanks, Chris. Years of Torment. Our first song was Rockin' in the Free World, but it was super metal. Oh, no. Is it because I didn't like Rush and Dungeons and Dragons and all that? You know what? I just was too stupid to play Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't get it. So I kind of, passed on it. It's right up my alley, It really is. We learned a handful of covers just in case. I mean, don't get me wrong. We would play covers once in a while. That was a great jail. That was a great jam altogether. Oh, look at everyone standing. Let me see if I can find my lady in there. I know what she's wearing. And knowing her, I bet you she's sitting in the right-hand side from our point of view right now. Well, the one I have anyway. Good job, ladies and gents. All right. That's enough of that. I apologize. But you know what? That's what you come here for. Fun. It's just fucking fun to come to the Atari, the Creep, the Retro Creep, the Atari Sega Creep. Ooh, that took a fucking interesting turn. What were we talking about? You're playing. One of my favorite guitars of all time is one of Neil Young's guitars. It's he calls it Black One, Number One, or something like that. It's a '53 Les Paul. It was originally a gold top, painted black, and he kept the neck. Well, it may not be the same Gibson pickup, but he kept the neck pickup a P90. Put a Firebird bridge pickup in the bridge, and then of course a B7 Bigsby, which was popular to do at the time. And it's just all, fucked up from years of playing live and all this shit. One of my favorite guitars. I was actually looking at cheap black Les Pauls to kind of make a replica of it. I'm always looking for ideas, I got ideas. I just don't have the money, the time, or the space, and in a lot of cases the tools. But we played all covers, Megatron says, and would sell our albums when we played. Right on. He was very unique, Neil Peart. He really was. He really was. He had this, not a lot of people have this. They got the rhythm, they can slap the skins, but he was definitely one of those cats that just, almost like on a calculated fucking equative angle of the dangle, fucking Linkite molecules, heat of the meat, all that shit, Creep. It was awesome that she was able to get to do that. Be in that ensemble. It really is. She's had some really wonderful experiences this year. She got to play on the field of Fenway Park. I don't know if they did the national anthem. I can't remember what they played. Maybe they just did their routine. Her high school band competes. And they've come back with a couple of prizes here and there. They're very well organized. They do very well. They don't none of them get along. It's fucking so weird. None of these fucking kids get along. There's like 2 here, 2 there, 4 here, But as a rule, none of them fucking like each other. But somehow when they get on that fucking field, the fucking gears are perfectly greased and lined up and they do very well. They do very, very well. There was this one high school that did a routine last year based off of the War of the Worlds, the original Orson Welles broadcast. And they actually had these giant tripod cutout things that would, in buildings that... It was pretty cool. They had this one building that the front would pop down and the top looked like it was on fire. They must have had fans and streamers behind it. These bands really get into it, man. They really get into it. It was fucking rad. I never thought I'd be into high school band stuff. But, and you know what fucking angers me, though? It doesn't really anger me. It actually makes me smile. That some of these high school bands have casts with electric guitars and basses now. That would never have happened when I was there. I did have the guy who ran the jazz club kept bugging me to come. One of the little places in our high school we used to hang out at was like in this little nook in this big like foyer area on the second floor. Our school was shaped like a big E, but then had this big circle, like you'd walk in and you'd go to whatever floor you wanted to. But you'd have to go through these double doors to go down a long hallway. And down that hallway was these 3 other hallways. So, and picture that 3 times. And on the second floor in that big open space, the third floor, we used to hang out in this little nook. And I had this little, it was called a Rockman or something like that. They're super expensive now. In fact, they just made a pedal to emulate the sound of that fucking thing. And I would hook it up to like little speakers and we'd be playing. And then the guy who ran the band would come over and be like, come on, some of the stuff you're playing there is not too far off from jazz. Come play with us. I wish I had. It's the one high school wish I had. My dad used to tell me about those. Wish you had played football. Wish you had done this. Wish you had done that. The jazz band, of all fucking things, is the only thing I wish I had done. And not because I was into jazz at the time, but because it could have taught me so much sooner, Jazz can be fucking freeing. A lot of people think of jazz and they think of those chords that turn your fucking fingers into pretzels and shit. And you do all kinds of weird stuff. But jazz is also dudes going... just literally just tickling the fretboard. How'd that go? This is actually a jazz song I played a long time ago. I don't know. I can't remember. It's probably on my phone. I think we have listened to it once on the live stream too. Kenny G, smooth jazz. I'm more into the you know the that kind of stuff. I don't know how to play jazz, but and how I play my jazz riffs, I tell my fingers to go completely away from where they normally would go and not go into like an almost safe spot, but not a safe spot. I just make them jump right off the fucking roof and pray to God it lands. That's a great analogy for some jazz music. You just go. You tell your fingers to do things that aren't supposed to happen. And you fucking pray it lands, right? The scales are weird in jazz. They really are. Ascending, descending. You know what? I would rather not come back. I don't mind going to. But it's like when you start here, but you're going this way to the higher, to the first. You're going from sixth string to first string. I can figure out, that. But it's when they go. I've never been able to play scales that way. I don't know what it is, man. I can go up and down this way. I can bring it in and I can bring it back. But I can't start here on the low register and come here to the high register. I don't. I could do it in like little things, like, that kind of does it a little bit, but yeah, no, can't do it, won't do it. Probably will figure it out by next year and say, I did it. Now it's going to bug me, right? I never really gave it an intensive study. Neither have I. One night I was literally just sitting at home. I'm pretty sure I just smoked a fucking doob. And I just, for shits and giggles, I went into YouTube and put in, smooth jazz, and I think in whatever G, E, A minor, D, whatever. And I just sat there and just played along with it for a few hours, kind of as like a pseudo metronome. I didn't want to fucking have a metronome clicking in the background. I've never been able to get along with metronomes. I highly recommend them, because I've seen so many people elevate their fucking skills. Once the metronome, to me, I just wanted to punch it. It just was so annoying. In fact, I think I broke a few of them. Fuck off. I'll just click in my head. Never worked out so well. But, and I would just sit there and listen, and just play. And then I learned a couple of just interesting jazz, not really like licks, riffs, or anything like that, or even scales. I mean, it was all of that, but it wasn't like, the typical rock stuff. You play it and you're like, yeah, that's a rock riff, And I took Marty Freeman's advice from a video. He never said it to me directly. He says, when you want to elevate your scale playing, let one finger go somewhere you would never let it go before, and then expand upon that. So I took that into consideration too. So I would just listen to this fucking thing looping for like 20 minutes and just kind of figure out where in the fucking fretboard to play around and, what works with what and what scale, this, that, and the other thing, whatever. And then just go for it. And I caught myself just like really, I had a real nice flow going. So I recorded it just for a few minutes, and it was like at the end of that flow. So there's a few sour notes in there, a few notes that I may have done differently, but maybe I'll find it and I'll upload it. Hopefully the backing track doesn't get me fucked, because it is a YouTube thing. But although if you go to my shorts, I may have already. I was playing a red Chevelle CX290. The headstock was painted over the red, and the pickguard had a Coca-Cola chick from the 50s on it. Let's see. I've seen some excerpts of Django. I'm not whatever that person. I really need to study that dude's playing. Yeah, right on, right on. I've been wanting to study more George Lynch stuff, but I don't know. I'm taking a break right now from like learning and just having fun and noodling. I'll get back to it in a couple of weeks, but and when I say taking a break, like it's been like a couple of days. Usually every day I try to learn something new. I follow so many YouTube channels that do, little pseudo lessons, like the trick that Eddie Van Halen never said out loud, the riff that's in his dirty undies, that kind of thing. And every day I try to learn something new. But in the past couple of, days, I've just been like, not right now. Not in the mood. This guitar has what you call narrow, tall frets. I'm not going to explain what that means. Anyone who's picked up a guitar knows what I'm talking about. And I fucking hated it when I first started playing them. But I'm telling you, it's like having a scalloped fretboard without having a scalloped fretboard. And I am now absolutely enjoying the experience of bending the strings. And there's just something about these narrow, tall frets that Fender put on this. It's a Squire, but you know what I mean. That they chose to use for the factory to manufacture. That you can control fucking bends so nicely. And where I realized that, and I know I keep playing just that first part of it, but the solo to Dream Warriors, that right there is in itself a tough note to kind of maintain if you don't have your bending chops. And that right there is like not even a quarter bend. And you got to know when to do it right. Because it lasts for like a microsecond, But this guitar here, oh, the bending. I've been playing so many Gilmour riffs on this fucking thing. So many Gilmour riffs. But, all right, guys, I'm running out of steam. I'm running out of ideas, and it really wasn't, this was just a hangout thing. So, Alzheimer's, do the stuff. Let's make the things happen. There's a really nice prize coming for everybody at the end of this whole campaign. So let's knock it out of the park this year. We're at $170 already. The goal is $2,600 just to play with this thing right here, the Atari 2600. Plus, it's the 20th anniversary of my dad's passing to Alzheimer's. Let's make the shit happen. George Lynch is such a great study. I think his playing is so difficult to recreate. But yeah, you know what? Soul nuances is exactly that word, especially in that one, that right there. Just what's going on right there. God damn, you got to bend, you got to pull off, and then you got to slide with the pull off with another like little jerky slide thing, all for like 3 fucking notes. It's crazy. And he does that a lot. He does a lot of the whole fucking crazy bastard. I remember in '88 when I was watching MTV put out the special for the Monsters of Rock. I'll leave you guys on this. I really do want to go. I'm getting a little hungry. And, oh, fuck, I don't have my guitar stand here. Ha-ha! I'm walking away. Fucking walked away. Get over it. Just fucking with you. It's the one that had Kingdom Come, Metallica, Dawkins, Scorpions, and Van Halen. You can find the little special MTV put out, and it was awesome seeing Metallica because you got to remember it was like when nobody really was really into that kind of a thing. You know, the thrash stuff was just the heavier stuff was just starting to get recognized. Justice hadn't really come out quite yet, and but they did like a 15-minute or 10-minute segment on each one of the bands. And they showed George Lynch, and that was the first time I ever really saw who he was. And him doing that, oh man. I'm like, this fucking cat right here. I don't like Dawkins' music. I don't know what it is about Dawkins' music. It's well written, well performed, but like when I listen to it, I don't feel anything. It feels very flatline. I don't want to use the word generic, because they do have a really great sound. And George Lynch as a guitar player is fucking phenomenal. And when I was out in Arizona, I wish I had tracked him down. I'm not afraid to knock on a door and be like, "You're a hero. Can we talk guitar?" And then, you know, hopefully I can get bailed out. But no, I wouldn't have done that. I would have reached out first and be like, "Hey, can I touch the Skulls and Bones guitar, please? The one that Freddy Krueger touched with his blades?" Only like 30% of you will know what I'm talking about there. But regardless, yeah, good stuff. I highly recommend you seeking out that. It's on YouTube. Just put in MTV Monsters of Rock 1988 special, and you can go to any of the bands. In fact, a really rad guitar that is rare now, but they're only like $3 or $4 to purchase. I learned about there. They had this thing called the Les Paul Custom Light, and it was a Les Paul Custom, but it was only like this thick. And it was like a purple color or a pink color. In fact, I think there is one on Reverb right now that I have saved. I keep saying I'm going to go. I know. Deal with it. Where are my favorites? There we go. What are we doing here? Watch list. I know you can't see this yet. You guys want to see what my fucking watch list is? You guys want to see the shit I fucking drool over? There we go. Everything in here is something that I saved for future reference for one reason or another. I really love these EX guitars. I had this exact guitar in high school. My friend had this exact guitar in high school. This guitar right here. Let me just make sure you can still see that. No, you can't because I'm in the fucking way. Put me where I belong. Wait till you see how fucking thin this thing is. Hopefully they'll show it. You can kind of see how thin it is there. There you go. That's maybe 1.25 inches at the thickest. And I think it has a tummy cut. But it was this exact guitar. There you go. Now you can see it. If you know a Les Paul, then you know that this is like considerably thinner than it normally would be. But it was this color and everything. I fucking look at it. Oh, it's I'm sorry, $4,500, not $3,000. And this one's in France, so I wouldn't buy that one. Not because I don't like French people or anything, but because the imports. I would substantially harm a lot of people to own that guitar. All right, guys, I'm taking off. Let me put the right screen on. I'm going to take off, guys and gals. So wherever in the world you are, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out with me on this nonsensical stream. In fact, I may change the title and the thumbnail to represent that nothing happened today. Or maybe I'll just leave it as is and let people figure that out, like the Star Wars Holiday Special. It can't really be that fucking bad. And I'm not saying it's bad because everyone else says it's bad. I'm saying it's bad because they didn't put subtitles to about 25 minutes of fucking grunts and groans. And I got to watch an old man Wookiee fucking snap the bean, okay? And then a little kid getting abused by a fucking Imperial whatever the fuck for no reason. It's like, leave the kid's computer alone, you prick. Although I am an Imperial sympathizer. Guys, wherever in the world you are, I hope you're doing well. Terminate the hate. I'm not a leftist, but I do believe in keeping things on the chill side. And until next time, guys, take care. Creep it real.